Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today I'm going to show you Hava Nagila. This is one of the best known Jewish tunes, and if you're playing a Klezmer band or you do Jewish weddings, then this is something you really have to know. It's one of the best known tunes using what's called the Frege scale, which is this tune is based on a Hasidic nigun. And a nigun is a wordless song, and the original tune was possibly written by the Bukovina rabbi Abraham Friedman, who lived from 1820 to 1883. It was given words in Hebrew to celebrate the Balfour Declaration at the end of the First World War in Palestine. And I'm going to give you two versions, a slow and low version, an easy version, and one in the upper register, with more ornamentation and double stops and speeding up. So something nice and easy to start with, and then something nice and challenging to finish with. Let me give you the basic melody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally go back to the beginning and round a few more times, possibly speeding up. One useful tip with this, when you're starting it off, if you're starting it off really slow and you are bringing it in, then what I did there was I split the note, because basically you want to give the tempo to whoever is playing with you. And just, it's a bit difficult to pick up the tempo from that, whereas if you do, then the accompanist gets the feel that it's that kind of idea. So that's always useful with these slow ones, starting off. And incidentally, if you're playing this with an accompanist who has no idea what he or she is doing, do tell them that it is in D major, because when a lot of people hear this, they will think it must be in a minor key, but it's actually in D major. The fact that you are doing that is what makes it sound exotic, but if they start off trying to do D minor or something like that, it's going to be a disaster. So, let's do that again, and we'll give it some backing. feels a bit ploddy. I think that's a bit too slow to play it, apart from maybe right at the beginning. When it comes to the last time, you might well do some kind of extended ending, so watch out for that. Now I'm going to give you the upper octave, and we'll make it more interesting with some ornaments and some double stops. So anything that's in D can usually be done up an octave, and this is no exception. So I'm going to do all of the E flats with my fourth finger. Now that ornament is called a crests. So on a G note, you can flick a fourth finger onto the note, playing kind of a B flat, but you play it so you lift off at the same time as you touch that note. So that gives it that kind of Jewish feel. G minor is always good with a B flat under it. And a nice slide up to that F sharp. You can play an F sharp underneath the D. And an A if you want under the F sharp. And if you want to emphasize that G minor chord, 4 strings. For the C minor, put a G underneath the E flat. And an E flat under the C. And if you want to, on some of the long notes, you can do the vibrato trill, where basically you put your second finger right next to the first and you rock it quickly up and down. This is called the shout chorus. It happens in quite a few klezmer tunes, and there's a big danger of speeding up too much. So try and tap your foot, or just keep the beat going in your head. Third position. And I'm going down to first position here. And if you're doing it several times round, then the end and back to the beginning is a good place to gradually speed up. So I think it's good to start this in the lower octave if you're doing it slowly. But if you want to cut through, then the upper octave. I'm going to play it a couple of times round speeding up, which with band in a box is not easy, because it's not listening to me, even though I'm listening to it. If you would like a copy of the dots, then do subscribe and send me an email. I do have a klezmer book called Exploring Klezmer Fiddle, which has this and many other tunes and explains all of the different ornaments and scales and techniques that you need for klezmer fiddle. I'll play you out with a speeding up version. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.